Welcome back to Week 8 NFL predictions. I know I'm late. Procrastination, being lazy, it's a great thing, I tell you what. Starting out with Thursday Night Football, I picked the Vikings, and the Rams, they're looking pretty good so far. It was an iffy win. I mean, obviously, what happened at the end is, the refs, but I still think the Vikings probably still would have won. But yeah, bit of a surprise, but Rams, they pulled it out. I think they're going to have a bit of a bounce back during the midpoint of this season. Baltimore Ravens losing to the Browns. I mean, it's one of the most predictable losses or upsets, I guess. AFC North, really, really competitive. So I don't think it's the weirdest thing. It's still kind of insane that the Ravens lost to the Browns. If this was out of division, the Ravens would have absolutely butt-fucked the Browns into oblivion. But it's just the North, and I just think that's what it is. But, yeah, I don't know. It was a weird one. People could have seen it coming, but I still think the right decision was to go Ravens. Obviously, they didn't win, but, yeah. Oh, boy, Titans, they are bad, and the Lions are very, very good. 52-14. Dan Campbell, he's a pretty goddamn good coach. And Mason Rudolph, he had a decent game. Calvin Ridley had an insanely good game. But that was all for naught, obviously. And, yeah, no, they never had a chance. This one was a very tight one, as the Cardinals scratched by the Dolphins. Kind of surprising. The Cardinals, I keep saying, are like the upset team. Like, they're really not that great, but they could always, I think, beat a better team than them. And the Dolphins, I think they're just shaky. Like, the Dolphins, they should be making the playoffs every single year, but they struggle with it. Even, obviously, with Tua going down. He's back. That's tough. And, yeah, Cardinals, I think they're going to be decent. And, I mean, with how bad the NFC West has been this year, they could totally make the playoffs. Oh, love it. Absolutely adore it. Man, this was also a good game from a National Tight Ends Day. I'll get to that in a second. But, yeah, Falcons beating the Buccaneers, and it is now clear who the best in the South is. Saints are not good anymore, apparently. The Panthers are the Panthers. And it was really the Buccaneers or the Falcons, and the Falcons were dominating the Buccaneers. They just made it close at the end. Tampa Bay, a little bit of a Cowboys game where they get blown out, but, they add a little bit of spice at the end just to make it look better. But, yeah, I picked the Falcons, and feeling good about it. Screw the Buccaneers, as I always say. But, yeah, great National Tight Ends Day overall. I mean, fantastic day. What is it? It was most touchdown tight end catches in NFL history on one day. It was most tight end receiving or receptions in one day. Like, it's so funny that it happens on this day, and it makes sense. It's National Tight Ends Day. The Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, Texans, they're iffy. I think they're still one of the best teams, but Diggs is out. That is a massive blow. And Colts, I think that it probably is better to run with Joe Flacco, but I don't think he's the same Joe Flacco from the Ravens or even the Browns. I just don't think the Colts are going to be good with Joe Flacco. And yeah, tight game, Texans. You gotta win the good ones, and this one definitely counts for a lot, but a little close for my liking. Birds getting hot, I tell you what. Eagles, great blowout win over the Bengals, and this is what I've been freaking fiending for this whole year, is just to blow out a good opponent, to dominate them, and that's exactly what we did right here. Great plays made around the board. Defense is incredible, and all the rookies getting in, oh my god. This team is starting to look really good, and the Bengals, they just have to win all of their games except for maybe one is the leeway for the playoffs. Joe Burrow said it. He and the team are not playing good football, and yeah, they have to be beating good teams. They're going to have to pretty much sweep the North at this point. Don't think that's happening, especially obviously with the Ravens there. But Browns could give you struggles if they want to, I guess. And the Steelers also will, but, yeah, great win, boys. Let's keep her moving. Go Birds. Now, the Jets. The New Jersey Jets. I mean, are we serious? Are we fucking serious right now? You guys are 2-6. You have Devontae Adams. You have a great defense. At least supposed to be. You have great running back room. Great receivers outside of Devontae as well. You have Aaron Mother frickin' Rodgers. And I think just because it's the Jets is why Aaron Rodgers and Devontae are not going to work out here. I mean, it's a complete and utter disaster. You lose to the Patriots, and you guys are supposed to be making the playoffs? Are you serious? It's just flabbergasting that how bad the Jets are with how much talent they have, how good they should be, how good they're supposed to be. Yeah, but Patriots, great win, and you just ruin your draft stock. You're not going to make it to the playoffs, and Drake May, honestly, I'm excited for Drake May. I think he could be good. I don't know if he's going to end up being like a Mac Jones or a Mitchell Trubisky where he's good for a year and then he's just out of there eventually. But he's looking good so far, and even if they're not winning, he's playing winning football. I tell you what, he just doesn't have a good team around him. Packers. You are way better than the Jaguars. You should not be playing this close to a team that's not as good in any way. And I think it's just what the Packers do, at least early in the season. They don't dominate. They're not a dominating type of team. They play lower to the same level as their opponent, and they get the win, usually, but they play down to their opponent, I'll say that. As Jaguars, great game by them, and I don't think the mid-season turnaround is happening for the Jaguars, I'm guessing. But Evan Ingram, absolute head tap a bunch of 3 guys, so that's fun. Packers, they're going to make the playoffs, but, like, I don't know how far they're going to get playing this type of football. Buffalo Bills dominating the Seahawks. Yeah, pretty predictable. Bills, good team. Seahawks, mediocre at best. Oh, you guys got a safety. That would have been fun if it mattered, and then you got 8 points and got blown out by the Chargers. Cool. Now, the Chargers, they're good. I mean, they have one of the best quarterbacks, at least statistically, and I think actually in the league. Is it the defense? Is it the offensive line? I think it's a lot of the offensive line. But Joe Alt, he's looking really good. Quentin Johnston, he's making massive leaps. But Lad McConkey, he's looking really good as well. So, good win, Chargers, but I don't know what I think about them yet. Saints are bad, though. Like, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, what? It was one of the most boring games of the year up until the fourth quarter where the Bears suddenly decided to get points. They took the lead with like seconds left pretty much. And then, while, of course, oblivious holding penalty completely missed on the Hail Mary, but holy shit! I mean, that's a Hail Mary that just happened. This season is insane. I mean, Noah Brown, you gotta get a better celebration. He was just kind of walking. He did not know that he caught that. I mean, that was... But obviously, what was it? Tyreek Stevenson, he apologized. Or Jalen Johnson, I forget. After, doing all that stuff. That's tough. That's tough. But it's the Chicago Bears. And Commanders, they're not really cursed. They just, got rid of Snyder. So I don't think they're cursed anymore, but... Holy shit! There's a Hail Mary! What the fuck? What? Good win, Broncos. Beating bad teams, and they're playing winning football. Bo Nix, another one. Another rookie that is looking good. Bo Nix, he's looking good. I don't know how much it's going to move to wins, but I mean, they're winning right now, and they beat the Panthers. So not impressive, but yeah, it's looking good. Chiefs are undefeated. Raiders are sad. I mean... Like, with how not good the 49ers are playing, this is like the only matchup where a team is not playing well and they're about at the same level as their opponent, but everyone picks them to win. Like, that just doesn't happen. but it's the Cowboys, so of course it does. So, yeah. Screw the Cowboys. Absolutely hilarious. They're falling apart, and I don't know. Oh, yeah, this is my dog, by the way. She's very adorable. That's why I'm petting her. But, Niners, are they going to make the playoffs? Are they not? I mean, they're not winning the West right now, so I don't know, man. It's interesting. Then for Monday Night Football, bit of a snooze fest for most of it. Got good at the end, but, Steelers, they're 6-2. Mike Tomlin got dealt Justin Fields and Russell Wilson and has a winning football team. But anyway, that's it. I know I'm very late. But, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.